Good midnight YouTubers, this is Pokediged here. So, ohayo gozaimasu minasan, Pokediged desu, and welcome back for more anime previews and Kuji previews to share with all of you. So, if those of you are a hardcore fan of like way back old days of the animes, like you know, like 50 years, 40 years, or even 30 years, but this one is like more than 50 years ago, and I still love this anime, even though it goes like longer and longer, and they never age because they are actually yokai. Yokai means ghosts, so they will not turn old or turn young. Maybe image will change a little bit, but they're still yokai no matter what. And this one is the figurine that I've been waiting for 2 months, literally 2 months. Even though I already know that the app from the Toeba, they actually have this, but because the free tickets I use, like daily, just one ticket, I could not get it. But it didn't really bother me because I already know that here in Hong Kong they will definitely have this on sale. But because one of the special version, which is the the special one, which I'll show you in a few minutes, it was completely sold out less than 1 hour. So I have no choice but to get the regular version, but it's still a lovely design. And if those of you know this anime more than 50 years already, this one is none other than the Gegege No Kitaro, or you may know in English, Spooky Kitaro. And now today's featuring of the day we have here is the glitter and glamorous Neko Musume, as you can see on the box right here. You can see that up close. This one is one of the versions that I've been mentioning, that I got the normal one. But if you get the unique one, it's the one where she is actually blushing with her innocent look. The facial expressions will be the same, but if you get the unique box, which is all over this section right here, is all red, then you will get the special one, which is the blushing. So moving to the side of the box, you see more descriptions, like all written in English. You can see here Gegege No Kitaro, and then Neko Musume. There are more descriptions about her and the detailing, how they make this design of her. It's fabulous how they make it. It's like making a newspaper. I really love the touch. Moving to the other side, you see again the name, and then of course the two company logos, and then here in Japanese the Gegege No Kitaro. Then it says here at the bottom all the descriptions, which I don't have to read them to you, but you can just pause the video and feel free to read this. And I really do love the touch of they put the flowery pattern on most of the layers of the box. Let's say this part and the top part right here, and the bottom of the box where there's some warnings and stuff. And I really like the touch how they put these flowers. I really like it so much. And if those of you actually collect figurines from this glitter and glamours, I bet some of you may know that you have got it from the One Piece or Dragon Ball, like that, and some other animes that I'm not familiar with, so please don't get mad at me for that. But it's really glad to see one of my favorite animes is like it's here, and I finally could get it. And of course we can't forget another company from the Toei animation. So before I will open this box, just to clarify to you all that I have bought this one, the Japanese version, not the Hong Kong version. Officially right here, it says here 120 Hong Kong dollar, not US dollar, just to prevent from the confusions, which a lot of you assume I always pay in US dollar, but it's not. I mostly pay in Hong Kong dollars since I live here, which makes more sense, right? Then as we look to the bottom right here, if you see the warnings right here for the ages, it says here 15 years old to above. And then of course there's a logo right here. The one says here by Presto 2019, made in China. So I didn't really want to get the Hong Kong version because there are some paints that they do the painting on the figurine. It's like off the hook, or sometimes they miss some paint jobs like that, which I noticed that from under my observation. So this is why I would like to get the Japanese version way more better than the Hong Kong version. And at least the Hong Kong version is like the safer zone. If there's any problem and then you have the receipt, you can just exchange for a new one. But if you get the bootleg, you already know the down part of bootleg. So be aware if those of you are new to this. So if you're confused about bootleg and non-bootleg, feel free to comment down below, and I will try my very best to explain the differences between a bootleg and the non-bootleg. So without further ado, I'll be right back and to open this glorious figurine up of Neko Musume. And here we go, after assembling her and removing her from the box. So the separate parts is of course the head, and then her body, and then the base. So looking at the detailing on Neko Musume herself, or just make her shorter name Neko way better, look at that facial expression, like without the blushing version. It's still outstanding. I really like the texture, the way they did the hair flow, the paint job of her expression, like the eyes, the eyebrows, and then to the liner of her mouth area. You can still definitely see the eyebrows. You can see a little bit thickness that's matched the same color as her hair. I really like that. The layers of her hair right here, and then all the way to her bun right here, and then the lovely touch of that ribbon right there. Really like that. And then you can even see her Neko ears, like almost somewhat of an elf, but it's still called a Neko ear no matter what. And then looking through here all the way, you can even see the tip, like all the way to the back of the hair. When you tie it all the way up, you can still see that one. I really like that one. They did it absolutely well done on that. And looking here of the color, and then here's a somewhat jewel right here, attachment layer of a little bit of a accessory of her attire. You can see her long sleeve, and then with a somewhat of a kind of a dress, and then even waving to the flow of that dress. Look at that, they done it so good. Even to the back right here, they done it even so good. Even the scratches, the marks, how they did that is really done. Even though I just noticed now that the color, there's a one dot missing here, but it does not bother me because I have some paints right here that I could actually just repaint right this part. So this one is a no big deal. But the rest of the paint job so far I've seen, like under my observation, it is so well spotted. Then even to her fingers right here, if you can see that there is some lines right there, and I do apologize if you can't really see it, but what I can see, you can see that the color of her nails, like those of you ladies that do some nail polish, you can definitely see the color of this. It's really spot on. And I realized that the credits, like normally you see the Ban Presto, made in China, that kind, it's actually underneath her dress. If you can see, that means I have to show you her underwear. But yeah, just to prove to you that there is right here. Oh dear, it's really hard, but I swear to you, there's that tag right here. Not tag, but the ones you can see the company name that's written there, they mark it there. I can really see it. It says there a BT 2019 made in China. I swear to you, this is definitely not a joke. They can see underneath, and there's that underwear, guys. You can see the glamorous underwear. But overall, I really like that pose. Even the colors of the, you know, like the crease from her dress, like besides of that, you can see even some of the some like focusing on the red. They also focus on a navy red or darkish red, just to blend in along with the color, which I really like that when it comes to figurines. Then going to the legs, sexy long legs, and then of course again with her shoes attachment. Really love those shoes, even though I don't wear these high heel shoes, but for her as a feminine, you know, because they increase her into more feminine after generations, 2 generations after the adaptations, they make her more feminine. And I still love it no matter what. I get the blush version or the non-blush version of her, she still is this glamorous. So give you the overall look from afar right here. Just pay attention on this figurine as I will move her 360, that you all see how glamorous she is. No matter which angle you pose her, from front to back, side to side, you can see they have done it spot on no matter what. And because if those of you may have watched my channel for quite a long time, I did actually have another figurine of Neko Musume, but that one's on, actually that was like very long time, more than 5 or 6 years ago that I have recorded this 10 years ago figurine, which I am not kidding, which I'll take it out right now, you know, to celebrate like so many years of loving this anime of Gegege No Kitaro, and it's right here. So this one is actually very hard to find nowadays. I actually saw one that's currently selling this for 300 Hong Kong dollars, but I bought this one for like 80 to 90 Hong Kong dollars back then, and I could not believe like for so long people are still trying to hunt this down. So I don't have to explain the detailing on this, but you can see the comparison from this 10 years ago, you know, 2009 of this anime, and comparing to now of the 2018, because it started making this, but let's say 10 years. Look at the resemblance of these two. They are so different. You can tell that she's more cuter, starting to get feminine, but after they make another one for the 6th season, they make her more feminine, and the hair color follows of the 4th one, which if those of you don't know that one, that's based on the 1990s anime of the Gegege No Kitaro. So you might need to do a more research, and they will give you the references from way back then, then slowly from adaptations, and generations, and then you see how Neko Musume actually evolves from the old, and then until this, and to the latest is to this sexy, hot, feminine Neko Musume, adult alike. So in my conclusion, let me put this down for the other figurine. So if you want to watch the other preview of this one, the one I have, not this one but the other one, it's somewhere around this channel of mine. It's really long time, and I've for sure done a preview on her because I really like that figure even until now. But in my conclusion for this figurine, I am so glad to have bought her, even though it's a little bit expensive for 120 Hong Kong dollars, because that is a Japanese version. Because if you get the Hong Kong version, it's cheap, alright, like 108, 110, but because there'll be a lot of the paint jobs right here, it's going to be a huge disaster. But it's still better than having a bootleg. And all I could say is definitely I will display her with my other Neko Musume, and then with the other 2 plates that I actually done the pull from last October 2018. So if you did enjoy this video of this glitter and glamorous Neko Musume from the film of Gegege No Kitaro figurine, let me know in the comments down below which of her parts of this figurine do you like the most, except for the underwear. No underwears at all, please. I'm just going to ignore that underwear part, but the rest of it, let me know in the comments down below which part of this figurine of Neko Musume do you like the most, or the other Neko Musume. Feel free to comment down as well. And if you did enjoy this video, everyone, feel free to give this video the thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more anime previews and Kuji previews in a later future. So until then, everyone, see you all in the next anime preview, and stay warm, everyone.